Uh, I am just gonna talk about basically what happened recently. I just don't want stuff happening anymore. So hopefully this is like the last time I have to like do streams like this. I really don't enjoy them. I didn't want to make a statement or anything because I didn't want to read like comments or anything. I didn't want to get notifications. Um, but basically, um, I just want to start off by saying that I read art the Fed's quote unquote statement or the thing that got leaked. I I actually read a rough draft of it, like about around I want to say like October or so. So basically, just like a lot of people. I didn't even get it from one person actually. I got the first time I got it was from like a Fed fan or something of the sort. He sent me a DM and I saw the doc and I got pretty I was pretty like shook by it because it was just like, oh no, like not this again, like please. I just remember like I was pretty stressed about it. And not only that, but the doc that I saw back then was not even the version that got leaked. Oh no. It was revised. Yeah. So basically, the first doc that I saw, there were other things included, and it also wasn't as long. I think I think this new one, I don't know how it's been 20 something pages. Um, but uh back then I think the one I saw was only like maybe 5 pages. I don't even remember. But I basically saw the doc and I had someone like who was talking to both me and Fed, and uh I asked like or basically wanted to tell like how I felt about the situation, and I just said like I don't want this anymore. I don't want like stuff out anymore. I don't want drama anymore. Like please don't like post it kind of thing. Uh and yeah, I didn't want to go through the whole thing again. It took me like months to start feeling better and starting to feel like in the groove of things after like the first statement came out. It was pretty bad and like traumatizing because like um uh, uh just like so many people in the comments were pretty mean to like me and Lily, and I didn't want that to happen again. But uh so we had someone like sorry if I'm not explaining anything well. I'm like I didn't write like a script. I like wrote down like a little bits of points that I want to like clarify. So I might just be like emotional or like ranting or whatever. It's not very clear, so I apologize in advance. I'm not very good at like talking or speaking. Uh but yeah, I basically had someone who was like communicating between us, and I said like kind of please like I don't want to like go through this again, and he just said I said like I don't want around to like there's been too much like trauma or like stuff in between, and he just said basically that he has his own trauma now, so I guess here we are because he didn't really care like what I wanted or what was good for us. So uh yeah, and I also agree that like I think he did want the document leaked because it's been revised and it's been sent out to other people multiple times. It's been like out to fans and out to things. It's like, why would you ever send a doc that you don't want to be leaked out to those people? I don't know. Don't believe it. Okay. Anyways. Um so yeah, after our first statement was released, Fed sent me like a really long message like apologizing, and then he also said like he valued our friendship slash cared about me a lot, and I genuinely don't feel that after this. No matter what, I get that you're gonna always have your own best interest in mind, so whatever, here we are. So I saw like a lot of people basically talking about how like shitting on Amon that she like knew about the situation months ago before like all this happened, and actually wasn't true. She didn't know the extent of it. Like I remember I was in Toast's room and I was like talking to her. She kind of like was like, did something happen or like whatever, and I didn't even have the heart to like I didn't tell people back then all what happened, really. It was like it was hard for me to even like say the full story. I could only like say a part of it. I just told her like a very, very scuffed like I just said like, oh, he just like, oh, he was like really drunk and he just like kissed my hand and that was it. And it was just nothing. Like, I mean, it sounded like it was just, I was like totally minimizing it, totally trying to like make it seem like everything was fine and be okay, you know? So like, I don't, nobody knew the full story actually, except, yeah, there's just, except for maybe like one or two people that I told who like didn't say anything out of respect for me because I didn't want to get out. So yeah, I'd say that like nobody in OTV like really knew, except for the people that asked who not to tell anyone. But yeah, it hurt really bad to see like people shitting on her for saying like she knew about this, she lied about it. She didn't lie about anything. She's just like, I was the one who didn't give her like the full story because I was scared. And also feels bad because after the Dr. K session, she was like, after Dr. K, and I like refused to like say who it was and like everything. And then Amon came down after the session and like she hugged me and she like told me like she kept reiterating to me like, you know, this is like your decision. This is something that you have like everything in your power to do. If you want to like go public, if you want to handle it privately, like just do what's best for you and right by you. Like don't care about us, don't care about like OTV, and just like it just made me feel like for the first time that I had like a choice, you know? Like I don't know why I like convinced myself, or I had like a whole set feeling that like I couldn't tell anyone. And she was like such an important factor in like making me feel like some sort of freedom, like saying that they'll like support me in whatever I want to do. And that was like everything. It was everyone in OTV. And so it feels really bad to read like the awful things about her because she was like such a significant part in like what made me feel so much better after. Okay. And I was still debating about making my own statement. I didn't even really want to like make a statement initially. Initially Fed was gonna be the one who just like put out his statement that he did like X, Y, and Z and that he was gonna be like leaving OTV or like taking a break or whatever it was. But because we had some, I don't know what it was, maybe we were like too optimistic, but like after the intervention we felt like, oh, maybe there's like a chance like for change and stuff, you know. And then he went to like Janet, like what Iman said, and like went to other people, and I had people come to me and say that when they first heard his perspective they felt like we were the ones who overreacted, that we were the ones who like punished him like way harder than he deserved, and like they felt like we were ostracizing him and everything. And just, he left out so much stuff. He didn't even tell them what happened between me and him. He didn't tell those people what happened between like him and Lily. And I could tell like the story was so one-sided and skewed. He didn't tell them about all the manipulative things that he did, or like how I don't even sure, maybe I don't know if his intention was to be manipulative, but like all the rifts that he caused in like friendships and stuff. So that's after hearing that, it just made me decide like I have to make a post. I have to like write my side so that like the people that he's telling, like they can't have a skewed view of like just from his side, you know? That's why I wrote my thing, and I decided like nobody pushed me to do it. Nobody like was trying to convince me like, yeah, you should make a post. No, like I was the one who wanted to do it because I was sick of like hearing all these people coming to us and being like, yo, what the hell? Like, why are you guys doing this to him? It's like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Okay. Also another thing too is like I had people in my DMs like being like, Iman was like, look at all the stuff she said about you, like how could you still be friends with her, and like blah blah. Like, oh my god, I the concerns that she wrote in the text were legitimate concerns, by the way. She never like shit talked me or anything like that. She literally like talked to me in person like about certain concerns or anything that she had, which was completely normal in like work or business. Like even I agreed with it. Like we had so many managers in the past, or like people who were employees, that like they just became content creators, and then like you keep having to hire like new people to work for the company, and it's just like, I don't know, I totally agreed with everything that she said, and it wasn't like anything bad either. Like, you know, she tried to work around me because she knew that like I did enjoy streaming, I did enjoy like doing content stuff. So like she came into my room and we had a long talk, and she even suggested like, you know, maybe we could get like a business manager, and then they can handle like a lot of things. You could still like stream and like do a lot of stuff, and like that was great. Like she worked around like what I wanted. And she actually was the person who also gave me the green light to like do YouTube and stuff. I didn't have a channel before, and she like was even giving me like suggestions on like what I could do. Back then I was like super into like possibly making more league videos, and like she's like, you know, maybe you could do like ADC like tips and tricks and like all this kind of stuff. And like I was too insecure to do that, but like it was so nice that she was like encouraging of it. Yeah, but like all the concerns that she had, she always like spoke with me about it, and like we always tried to work something out. So it was never something like, when I saw the messages from the doc, I was just like, I didn't care. Like it's stuff I already knew, you know? Like it was never like talking behind my back. There was none of that. Like we talked with each other, and we like communicated a lot of the things with each other. So when the text messages made it look so much like she was the one pinned against me, it was so toxic. Like, what do you mean? And there's a lot of things that aren't just captured like in messages, you know? There's so many things. He would go over to like, he went over to Leslie and Peter's house and listed all these things of why he didn't want me there anymore. That's not captured in the text, but it fucking happened. And he also had so many talks with everyone else in OTV. That wasn't in a fucking screenshot, but it happened. Like, he's literally putting such a one-sided skewed story. This is like why I wanted to make my statement, because he wanted to leave out so many things. He wanted to leave out a lot of things, and I was just like, hell no. Yeah. The thing I do appreciate was like, I read some comments so these past couple of days where despite a lot of like the Pokimane and Fed stuff, a lot of people were still saying like I do appreciate that they were saying like don't let this kind of like take away from the fact or from what he did, and I appreciate that a lot. It would have been really sad if like people forgot about that. And I feel really bad for Iman because like that just like heard what she like basically me and Lily were getting shit on a lot from the first day. I mean, people were all like, "Oh, don't worry, Fed. You know, like you'll come back a changed man. Like you'll be fine. Like we still support you. Blah blah." And I was, whereas me and Lily were getting like so many awful comments. Like I was getting death threats in my DMs and everything. And like, fuck you. Like you just all he did was kiss your hand. Like fuck off. And Iman was just trying to like help us, and she gave people like a bigger side of the story. And then Fed saw that and he got mad, and that's why he made this whole document. Like she got dragged into this because she was trying to help us. Like, oh my god, I'm just so. And it's so shitty because she has this document about her quote unquote lying and just personal relationships with Fed, yet everyone is like shitting on her so hard. But like, here's someone who literally, I feel so uncomfortable saying, like, harassed me, lied, caused rifts in so many relationships, caused so many misleading scenarios between our friend group, and yet people are shitting on her. I cannot. And then another thing was people were saying that like because she's like my boss, I'm of course gonna be defending her or have no backbone. But it's like I don't have to do this fucking stream. I could literally just like chill and just like not have to like address any of this, you know? Like, oh my god. Why do I care about it? Just like, why would I stay in a company or with this group if she didn't want me here, if she hated me or anything? That would never be the like, why would I stay? You can say anything, but like I mentally could not. And I wouldn't be angry about this. I'd just be cool. She's exposed or whatever. But that's opposite. I felt angry. I felt like like everything was so misleading and that was so far from the truth. Like he just showed such a one-sided fucking thing. And not only that, but like me and Iman's relationship has been like a million times better ever since he left. We have never since like had any type of like discussion or like any. I feel not like she checks up on me all the time when I'm making like sad tweets to see if I'm doing okay, or like just randomly just like checks up on me. And it's so good because before, like me and Fed were like the closest people. Like Iman and I were closest to Fed. He was like the main person that we were closest to in the house. And so whenever he had complaints about us to each other, we would be heavily influenced by like what he would say, because like his words just like weighed more. And ever since he was out of the equation, like it's actually been it's been great, and I am so thankful for that. Any problems or anything like which we haven't even really had, like we could just clearly go to each other about it and it's fine. And yeah, so I don't like about Iman caring about whether I do content or not. She literally like had so many people in the past who started as a manager and then became content creator, and like that happened multiple times. It didn't just happen once. It happened like boom, 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 like so many times. And like she made an exception for me. Like she believed in like the type of person that I was, and she was like trying to make things work for us. So I don't want people to think that she's so like she's not the way that people portray her to be, and she gets shit on a lot just because it's her, and it feels really unfair. But like I'm not being manipulated or brainwashed. Like I literally lived through this and like seen everything. So like I'm pretty sure I have a pretty good judgment of like what type of person she is. And it feels fucking bad. See all the really shitty comments. I can't remember what else I wanted to say. But oh yeah, just a small thing to add though. We did go to Vegas all together, by the way. We were all in the hotel room. I think me and Mon and Lily all got there. Fed was out clubbing, and then he came back, and like all three of us were in the room together. Yeah. The text messages for that part were completely misleading. I never want to do this Takip stream ever again. So sorry, that whole thing was probably all over the place, and I probably stuttered a lot, said like a lot, do whatever, but like I can't. But I just keep remembering like him saying that he was like really keen on changing. I understand change doesn't happen like in a couple months, even maybe not even like in years. Like I feel like it takes like a lot of time and effort. But after this I really feel like this change isn't gonna happen in a year. It seems there's like a lot more time and things to work on. And yeah, any hope or any like positive feelings I might have had towards him still is all gone. Like I will never be friends or talk to him ever again. Hopefully never have to talk to him again. But yeah. I think this was it. This was like kind of another breaking point where it's just I won't be friends with him ever again. Yeah. Hopefully I don't even know if what I said helped. I hope it did. Give like kind of tiny bit more perspective or context to things. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think. Did I miss anything? I am probably. I hope I don't miss anything because I just. Can't tell. Okay, well, that's it. And I don't have to do this ever. Okay, cool. Alright, thank you guys for watching. And maybe just hearing my side or POV. That's just it. We're gonna be moving, so I probably won't be streaming until like things are settled down and stuff. And I'll just come back whenever. But also, if you guys care to like send OTV/Shimon like lots of love, cause like they were the people who significant people, like if I had to think about significant people in my life, they were the ones who helped me like the most through everything, like the hardest time ever. So like please don't shit on them. And that's it.